I really enjoyed Raw Peace, and you give such a wonderful performance. And this being based on a true story just adds so much weight to everything that happens throughout. So I was curious, as an actor, knowing that this very tragic story actually happened, did that change your approach any, or help you connect with the material?
Man, that's a great question, man. For me, I always honor my upbringing and how my mother raised me, and I honor my father, and how he raised me. And I understand that there is a specific protocol. There's a there's order, in a lot of things. And for me, in this case, applying that knowledge, I feel like the order was to speak with his family, specifically his mom, and ask if I can get the blessing of doing the role. So I went to New Jersey, spoke to the family, and they surely gave me the blessing. But I did feel the responsibility of bringing justice to his life, since for generations his father was dealt with mad injustice. He dealt with it, so I felt like I had an opportunity to bring a more positive light to his life and awareness to it. So the preliminary process for me, I had to go deal with the family and go talk to the family and make sure that I got their respect and I got their blessing. But once that happened, then the artistic stuff came. I can't skip that first step for me, only because it was a real person. Mind you, if I'm playing like a fictional character in Marvel or something, what am I gonna do, to go to Zeus and be like, hey, please let me play, like, no. So it worked out pretty cool on this one, where I was like, looked them up on Facebook, family, and found them, hit them up, got invited to the crib, and it was up from there.
That's such a beautiful story you shared. So thank you for sharing that. And that's lovely. You got to meet his mother. And I wanted to ask you about Chiwetel, the director and actor. I wanted to ask you about working with him as an actor first, because he plays your father in this film. And we see that relationship really get tested the more his father is imprisoned. And we see even the son has doubts, about his innocence, because, when that injustice just happens for such a prolonged period, I think it's just natural to be like, oh, did this actually happen? Is it wrong? Is there something inside my role model that I never expected? So, like, those doubts are very natural. And you both convey those emotions so wonderfully throughout this film. So, just what stood out about Chiwetel as a scene partner, because you both have these wonderful scenes together.
And man, for the first, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but this is gonna sound. I mean, look, I learned how to cry on command through this project, man. I learned how to, like, turn that thing on in a matter of seconds, and it had more to do with the inner life that I carried and brought to the role. So I'm with him doing the jail scenes, and I'm sitting there, and you just have to believe it. You're in a real jail. These are real phones. And the thing about it, too, Chiwetel is so believable that you look at his eyes and you can't play anymore. Nothing's funny. Nothing's a joke. And it's like he believes it so much, and it startled me a little bit. I'm like, oh, like we was just over here joking about, but now it's like you in it, So he pushed me, man. He really helped me to be a better actor. Just dive into the seriousness of it all, and just to go at whatever length to make it real.
Yeah, and he's one of our great living actors right now, and he's such a talent. So, having such a experienced actor as your director, how was that relationship? Because you can't get better advice than him.
But you can't, man. You can't. I mean, he was one of my, like, stars growing up, when I didn't even know if I wanted to get into acting, when I didn't know what my direction was. I get with him, and now we're working together, and he's like my coach. It's like a on a on an artistic mentorship level. Teaching me about what it takes to really tell that truth, to a level of my eye line, what it means when I look up here, what it means when I look down, the very detail oriented stuff that I always wanted to know but didn't know what the question was to get the answer from. So he spoke that language, man. It's like your favorite actor would want to. It's this type of movie is your favorite actor movie. Like you want to do this movie as an actor because of the people that's in it. It makes you a better artist.
Yeah, I can see that in your mother in the film. I can't think of a cooler on-screen mom than Mary J. Blige. That's such a delight, and she's phenomenal in this as well. And I know you're both musicians, so how is it working with somebody that also has that experience of really balancing her creative pursuits?
Man, I think it's the same thing, and even more like the vocal the vocal vowels of a singer is just only emotional. It's like, you're singing these long notes, it's just emotion coming up just in the form of vocal. And here the translation to an actor is you're literally saying the words. It's like you're saying the words that come from an emotional place. And to see her translate that was very inspiring. I mean, again, I'm in my first preliminary years into this professional world. She's been figured this out, been translated. So I took notes. I humble myself. Though I was number one on the call sheet, I humble myself to the fact that, these people know so much in their own part of it too. So I can learn from them too.
That's such a great attitude as well. And you've been working with so many legends lately. Sly Stallone and Tulsa King. I'm just talk to me about that attitude of soaking everything in because you seem to have the perfect attitude here.
Man, it just works out, man. I can't go around acting like I know it all. I've been blessed. I've hit lightning in a little bottle with this. Sly, I'm on set with him. And he just feels so inspired to give me insight and to give me little pointers and tips and help me be a better actor as well. So I guess if I keep that student in mind, it'll project, the legends and people to want to give, and to give insight. And because we all want to teach, we all want to feel like we know something. And for me to absorb that, it's just a way of showing my respect and gratitude, because it's a blessing that I'm here, And yeah, Sly is the man. Shout out to Sylvester, man. Mr. Stallone, man. He's a great guy for sure, man. Really great actor, hustler for sure.